Hi, thank you for purchasing Gas Loop. Please note that you can't install Gas Loop unless you have first installed the Loop electricity starter kit, and there's a separate video for the installation on electricity that you can download and look at. Taking Loop gas, we can see that it's simply packaged in a blister pack, and you have instructions on how to install on the rear of the packaging. In order to open the gas loop, you simply undo the blister pack like this. There's no need for scissors or anything like that. Remove the card, and then we can remove this sticky tape which is holding the device in. We can then remove the actual Loop gas device, which is here with the sensor head. We have a fixing stand, an alcohol wipe, which is used to clean the gas meter before installation, and a selection of fixing plates that are labelled A, B, C, D. These plates will be selected through the installation wizard so that you know which plate to use for your specific gas meter. To install Gas Loop, first log on to your Loop account. Then select from the left-hand menu Account, My Devices, and then click next to the image of the gas transmitter, Add Device. And this takes you in to the gas registration process, and it shows you, as we've gone through, what's in the box. Having looked at that, you can then click Next. The first stage in the gas loop registration process is to look at the gas transmitter. Points to note on the transmitter is you've got a sensor head here at the end of this flexi cable. You have a recess here for the meter stand, which we'll show you how to use. A recessed reset button, we should be careful not to press until it's installed on the gas meter, and a serial number and barcode which is on the side of the unit on a sticky label. So the transmitter serial number will start 000001, and then we just need to input the unique code for your unit, which in this case is 0000559B. And having done that, we can click the Next button. There are two principal types of gas meter. One which has a clock dial on the front and is measuring in cubic feet, so an imperial meter, and metric meters that simply have digits and measures in cubic meters. This video is going to take you through both the imperial installation and the metric, so that regardless of what meter type you have, this video should help you with the installation process. So when coming outside to install your gas loop, the first thing is to check for safety. This box is in the ground. It's very important to make sure that you've got a door on the top of that, or if it's wall mounted, there's a door on the side. Just ensure everything's in order and there's no smell of gas. If you do smell gas, you must contact your gas provider for them to come out and check your installation. And of course, remember that you are working around gas, so whilst it's perfectly safe, you shouldn't use a naked flame or anything like that. And again, with units that are in the ground, it's very important to ensure they're dry. Sometimes these boxes flood if there's been heavy rain, but this is perfectly dry, so it's fine to install gas loop in this situation. For the next stage of the installation process, it's necessary to know a bit of information about your actual gas meter. The simplest way to do this is to print the discovery guide by clicking on print this guide, and then you will be able to take this sheet to your gas meter to answer some simple questions which you can then complete on the installation wizard. So we come outside to the gas meter installation, and I've brought the discovery sheet to complete. The first thing I can see is that I don't have a clock dial like this, so I'm dealing with a metric meter, and I can see on there it says meters cubed. It's a Schlumberger meter, so I can tick the box for Schlumberger there, and I can see that the meter is installed in the ground. So it's installed in the ground. Looking at the meter dial, I can see that I have 3 digits in the red area in a sideways T, which is like this. So it has an L-shaped dial, and I just put in the meter reading, which is 1842830. So we have now come back inside, having completed the discovery sheet that we had printed off, and we know our meter is a metric meter and doesn't have this clock dial on the front. So now we click here to select our manufacturer, which in this instance was Schlumberger. And we also know that the gas meter was in a box in the ground, so we can click yes for that. We now have to enter our meter reading, which we can put in here, which was 1842830. And having completed all that, we can click next. Okay, so we now have to step back outside to fit the gas loop transmitter to the meter. You will see that the system has selected plate A for installation, which I've got here. So this is plate A, but it's just worth noting that any of the plates for a metric meter, plate C and plate D, all have the same square aperture. So regardless of your meter type, it's the same installation process that we will show you for this meter outside. Okay, the first step is to open the wipe, and it's very important that the face of the meter is thoroughly clean to ensure good adhesion of the adapter plate to the meter. That should do it. So we take the adapter plate A and we peel the backing paper off the sticky tape. It's very important not to touch the tape as it damages the adhesion, so hold the adapter plate by the sides. And then to align it, we're aligning the square aperture to the least significant digit, the digit on the register on the furthest right hand side. It's very important to position yourself directly above the register so that you can see precisely that the aperture is lining up with the digits. When it's in place, you keep your finger on the adapter plate for 10 seconds to ensure proper adhesion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that should be just fine. To connect the sensor head of the gas loop transmitter to the adapter plate, you simply peel off the tape and, without touching the tape, position it into the cradle on the adapter plate and hold it down for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that ensures a good fixing to the plate. We then need to reset and wake up the gas loop transmitter by squeezing the unit on the reset button, like so. When doing so, you will see that the red light lights up in the sensor head, like that. And we can leave that positioned in the meter box in the vertical plane to ensure good radio transmission. Remember, once you've completed, to wipe down the installation with a damp cloth, just to leave it properly, and we can then close the lid and seal the meter box. So looking at the Imperial meter first, which I have one here, which I can show you. This meter clearly has a clock face with a rotating needle on it. And so therefore, on the registration, we can click yes to the meter type having that clock face. So now you look at the clock face and you look to see what type of meter dial it is, and you look to the very top of the meter dial to see what number is there, and you'll see either the number 1, the number 2, or the number 20. And in this instance, we've got a meter with the number 1. So we just click the checkbox on that. The system then asks for the meter reading, so we can go in there, and this meter is showing 7, 4, 2, 3. Having put in your meter reading, you can click Next. So to install to this meter, you need to use the B plate, which looks like this and has 2 holes, circular holes, in it. Before installing, you should use the alcoholic wipe to wipe clean the surface of the gas index. This is to ensure that the adhesive tape sticks well to the front of your meter.
Okay.
When fixing the B adapter plate, it's important that it should be fitted between the centre of the dial and the black tick lines. So to do this, you can rotate the plate around and you can align it looking square onto the meter to ensure that it's positioned correctly as such. To fix the plate, simply peel back the paper, removing the tape strip. Make sure that you are aligned square onto the meter to position the head in the right place between the centre of the dial and just above the black ticks. And then hold it there for 10 seconds to ensure a firm adhesion. There we go. And that is fitted to the meter. You then peel back the tape on the sensor head and it fits into position on the adapter plate like so. And that's how you would install the gas loop onto an Imperial meter. Saw in the ground, there was no room to fix the loop transmitter stand, but many installations are in wall mounted meter boxes or inside the property, and we'll have a metal bar similar to this fixed between the inlet and the outlet of the gas meter. To fix the stand, you simply slide the stand in to the base like so, and it will fit to the metal bar like that. What this does is ensures that the loop transmitter is in the vertical plane, which maximises the radio communication range between the gas meter and the receiver that is connected to your broadband router. Now we've installed the gas loop transmitter outside at the meter, we can come back inside and we click Next to take us to the next stage. We've already shown how we install the stand for the gas loop transmitter outside and squeezing the gas loop transmitter to initiate the unit so that it's up and running. So the next stage is to calibrate the gas loop to your actual meter, and to do that we need to turn on the heating system so that we have gas consumption in the home so that the meter register turns for the gas loop to calibrate to. Okay, so in order to calibrate your gas loop, we need to turn on the gas central heating. You come to the controller and move the heating from off to continuous. This puts the heating on. We're now going to be consuming gas, and therefore the meter will be turning and we can calibrate. If you don't have gas central heating, then you can use other devices around the home, such as the gas cooker, to switch that on to calibrate the loop unit too, although the best thing of course is your heating system. To ensure your heating is actually on, don't forget to just turn your thermostat up to a temperature that will actually get your radiators warm in the house. Loop takes up to half an hour to calibrate, but normally does it much faster, and will send you a message when the system is calibrated to your loop account. This completes the process, and after loop is calibrated, you can switch the heating back off, and that completes the full installation of your gas loop. Okay, so having turned the heating on, we can now click Next. And we'll wait for the connection success, and the system confirms success. You're now in the loop, and your gas loop is up and running. Takes us straight into the page, and of course it's awaiting data, but your system is now updated to show you both electricity and gas consumption in real time.